Hello students, welcome to another lesson. Today we're going to solve page 15, page 16, and page 17. So let's get started. Now let's start with page 15, exercise 1. Exercise 1 says read and complete. So we have these words in the box: chest, knocked, here, coconut. Number 1. Mary was taking a shower when someone on the door. So which word is suitable to put it in this sentence? Chest, knocked, here, or coconut? Knocked, very good. She was taking a shower when someone knocked on her door. Number 2, when I was in New Zealand, I ate for breakfast. So, what did he eat? He ate coconut. That's right. Number 3, I found some old clothes at my grandmother's house. In a what? It's just like a box. We call it chest. Very good. Number 4, I was in the backyard and I didn't my mom calling me. I didn't what? I didn't hear my mom calling me. Very good. Please write it down in your book. Now, let's move on to exercise 2. Look and complete. What she do when she hear a knock on the door. So first we have to make the question. We have to complete the question and then we're going to write the answer. Now look at her. What was she doing? Well, what was she doing? What was she doing? This one is a mistake. What was she doing when she what? She heard a knock on the door. Sleep. Look at her. So what are we going to say? She was sleeping. Very good. She was sleeping. Now, number 2. Look at them. What they do when they see a shark. Now remember, every time you found this word when, you have to put the sentence after it in a present simple tense. In past simple tense. In past simple tense. Okay? So, what they takes was or were. Alright, let's make a quick revision. We have was and we have were, right? So, we use was with singular like I, he, she, and it. Singular. Now, we use were when we have plural nouns or pronouns, like, for example, they. They, we, you. Now we have they. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use were. Very good. And what were they do? What do I add to the do? ing. Very good. I add ing to the do. It becomes doing. Now, let's solve it. What were they doing when they see a shark? How can I make see or how can I put see in the past tense? It becomes saw. Very good. What were they doing when they saw a shark? Swim. So how can I answer? They were swimming. They were swimming. Very good. Now, number 3. What he do when he fall down? Okay, so remember, after when we have to use past simple. What? He. So he, do I use was or were? Was, because it's singular. What was he doing when he fell down? Hold cake. So he was holding a cake. Holding a cake. Number 4 and the last one. What you do when it starts to rain? So you, what do I use? Were. Very good. What were you doing when it started to rain? It started to rain. I was driving. Here we used I because we were asking her. So I was driving. She answered, I was driving. Very good. Please write it down in your book. Now, we have exercise 3. Complete the sentences. Number 1, when the phone rang. So, for example, we can say, I was studying when the phone rang. I was studying. Maybe I was eating, I was reading. You can use any sentence you like. I was studying. I was studying. Number 2, when he fell down. So, for example, we can say he was. For example, we can use the same example as we had. He was holding a cake. Holding a cake. When he fell down. Number 3, I was watching TV when, for example, when my mom called. When my mom, this is a you. This is a you. Mom. When my mom called. The last one is they were playing football when they heard the whistle. Okay, these are suggestions. Of course, you can write your own ideas, but they have to be in the right tense. Thank you very much. Now, let's move on. All right, now page 17. Let's start with exercise 1. Exercise 1 says, read the story on pages 22 and 23 in the student's book and write, what do the words refer to? What do the words refer to? Okay, let's go to student's book. Module 2, reading time. Okay, this was the story that we studied. Let's listen to the story one more time and solve the exercise that we have.
Module 2, Reading Time. Activity 1. Listen and answer. How did the children save the forest? Then read. Save the forest. Alice and Matt work for their school newspaper. Last week, they went to Longwood Forest. They wanted to write an article about the animals in the forest. When they got there, some people were cutting down trees.
We're going to make houses here,
a man said. The children weren't happy. Matt took a photo of the people and they went back to school. Alice and Matt wrote an article for the school newspaper. The title was Save the Forest. They gave the newspaper to other students and their parents. One student's father worked for a big newspaper. He saw the article, he liked it, and put it in his newspaper.
Wow!
Said Alice.
Now everybody is going to read about the forest. We can save it!
And they did. Now there are no houses in Longwood Forest, thanks to Alice and Matt.
Okay, so let's go back to our exercise. Now, number 1, they. When they got there. So, who are they? At the beginning of the story, they said, when they got there, remember? Alice and Matt worked for their school newspaper last week, and then they said, when they got there. So, who are they? Alice and Matt. Very good. So, we're going to write Alice and Matt. Number 2, here. We're going to make houses here. Here. Where does he mean? Where here? He meant Longwood Forest. Very good. Number 3, he. He saw the article. Who is he? Who is he, the man who saw the article? One student's father. Very good. Number 4, it. He liked it and put it. So it. What is it? The article. That's right. Number 5, it again. We can save it. What is it? The forest. Longwood Forest. Excellent. Alright, please write it down in your book. And let's go to exercise 2. Find the mistakes in the pictures and say what they are. Look. Look. Are they planting trees in the story? No. Some people were cutting down trees. They weren't planting trees. No, they were cutting down trees. Now, number 2. Okay, what's the mistake? What's the mistake in here? Now, the girl, Alice, she's the one who took the photo? No, Matt, the boy, he's the one who took the photo, right? Number 3, look at this picture. What's the mistake in this picture? Look. Well, this is a police officer uniform. Does this student's father work as a police officer? No, he didn't work as a police officer. He worked for a big newspaper. That's right. Now, number 4, look at the newspaper and the article. Look at the title. Go to the forest? Is that the title? No, the title was Save the Forest. Very good. Now, number 5, did they build houses in the forest? No, they didn't. They didn't. There are no houses in Longwood Forest. Very good. So, that's it for today. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. See you in another lesson. Goodbye. Okay, so when it comes to the project, you have to write about a special day in your life, or you have to write about a journey or a trip you had before. So I already had some suggestion for you, but I need you to write your own ideas, and I'm going to choose the best project. Who wrote the best project for my student when it comes to my student? Okay, so I'm waiting for your creative ideas. Now, number 1, or let's say answer the questions. Exercise 1, answer the questions. What are you going to write about? For me, I'm going to write about my trip to Erbil. When and where did it happen? When? Last year. Where? In Erbil. Who were with you? My family. Now I'm going to write the steps of or the events that happened there. First, we arrived at the hotel. Then we unpacked our bags. After that, we went to the waterfalls. Later, we went to the mall. And finally, we got back to the hotel. How do I feel at the end of the trip? I felt very happy. Now, in exercise 2 says write your own story, draw or stick pictures, use your notes from activity 1. So I already put a picture in here of the waterfalls and I wrote my story and how did it happen. Last year, I went to Erbil with my family. It was a beautiful day. First, we arrived at the hotel after 4 hours driving. Then we unpacked our bags and had some rest. After that, we got dressed and went to see the waterfalls. The weather was nice and we really enjoyed our time. Later, we went to the shopping mall. We bought a lot of things. Finally, we had dinner and we got back to the hotel. I was very happy at the end of the day. So I talked about my own experience. Now I need you to write about a trip that you have been. So, for example, you went to Lebanon or you went to, let's say, Egypt or UAE or even a special day in your life. Not include it doesn't include like traveling. So please, I'm waiting for your creative ideas. Thank you.